Rayman Can. Today I'm going to show you how to reseal a driveway.
Here's the driveway we're going to reseal. As you can see, it's faded, cracked, and pretty worn. So we're going to go ahead and prepare the surface first. Step number one, preparation. First thing I like to do is get rid of any grass and weeds growing in between the cracks of the driveway. The most convenient way to do that for me is to use a grass and weed killer about 5 days in advance to give the grass and weeds a few days to die off. It's also a good idea if you have a trimmer to use one along the sides of the driveway to trim the grass and weeds. After that, we use our blower to blow off any dust and debris. After that, we applied soap and water to clean off any oil or grease that was on the driveway itself. Doing so will help the driveway sealer adhere a whole lot better. Now with this step, we used a water hose, a scrub brush, and some soap. You can use a pressure washer if you have one, but that really depends on the condition of your driveway. If you have a driveway that's beat up pretty bad, where there's like chunks of asphalt that you can basically move with your hand, you may want to be careful with a pressure washer because that could damage it even further. A water hose gives you just enough pressure to prevent any further damage. By the way, this is the cleaner we're using. A lot of the material that you're going to see me using in this video, I'll put links down below, Amazon affiliate links if you want to check any of that out. If not, get it from Amazon. You can get it from any, local hardware store in your area. From there, I gave the driveway a light scrubbing. There wasn't much oil on this driveway, if any at all, so just a light scrub all around. Next up, I gave the driveway a nice little rinse. Don't worry about it if you don't get every single bubble off of the driveway. It's not that big of a deal. Just, give it a decent rinse and you should be fine. And then we let it dry up overnight. The next day, everything's all dried up. Now it's time to fill in some of those larger cracks. Now, first thing we did was prepare the cracks by digging them out just a little bit, and pretty much only the large cracks, right? The small hairline fracture cracks, we don't bother with those. The sealer will take care of those. But the larger cracks, around a ½ inch or, a quarter of an inch, those right there, we want to dig out with a screwdriver or some type of brush, pull the weeds out, and then we're going to go ahead and apply our crack filler. So now that we have all our cracks dug out, the ones that we're going to use the crack filler on, we're going to go ahead and use this blower one more time to blow off the remaining dirt and debris. At this point, our cracks have been prepped for the filler. Now I'm going to go ahead and shake this bottle up for a few seconds, and then we're going to pour the crack filler into the cracks. For some of the larger cracks, I was able to just pour the crack filler right into them, and the crack filler just sort of leveled itself right out. I didn't need to use a scraper, but for the majority of them, I used a scraper afterwards to flatten out the surface. Once we got all of the cracks filled, we decided to let them dry for 24 hours. While that was happening, we decided to prepare our driveway sealer by turning the buckets upside down. This step may or may not have been necessary. It's just something I've always done, especially considering the following day we're going to use a mixer tool to mix it all up anyway. However, I will say this, if you're buying a cheaper quality sealer, you probably want to do this to type that lasts, 4 years or less. Read what it says on the buckets. They usually will kind of, give you some recommendations. For some of the more premium sealers, the ones that last, over 5 years, 5 to 10 years, stuff like that, those, it's probably not necessary, and we're gonna mix it the following day anyway with a mixer, so it's up to you. Following day, let's stir this stuff for about 40 seconds and get ready to pour. My recommendation is to use a heavy duty corded drill so you don't burn up the motor of a regular battery powered drill. That looks good to me. Now let's go ahead and pour. Now, me personally, with each bucket, I get about 5 pours before the bucket is empty, and I pour it from side to side, and then I start to squeegee from side to side as well. Each time overlapping my last pull just a little bit. Don't go too fast, don't go too slow, just a nice and steady pull. More on the slower side, but you don't have to go really slow. I also recommend you use a squeegee, preferably wider than mine, right around 17 to 18 inches in width. We had one, but at the time of filming, something happened to it. As you get closer to the sides, to avoid making a mess and getting this sealer on places you don't want it to go, I use a paintbrush. That makes it a lot easier. Once you're all done, you can go ahead and use the empty buckets to block the driveway to prevent anyone from walking on it or driving on it. With this particular brand of sealer, you can actually walk on it in a couple of hours. You can drive on it in about 24 hours. So 24 hours later, here's the before and here's the after. Before, after. So I hope this video was helpful to you all. Questions or comments, please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like. For some of the products that I used in this video or similar products, check the Amazon affiliate link, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Oh, and one more thing. I highly recommend while doing this job that you wear boots that you don't like. Pants too, maybe.